What is up, guys? This is Linthio coming at you with, yes, a deck profile and preview and a debut of my red Archfiend deck. So the hot red Archfiend deck is something that I thought was really cool, and I've got the con mat from you can pick it up. I think it was in, well, it was YCS London, not YCS London, the Extravaganza in London. I got it. It's also Sydney and New York. I think you could get it as well. But I had to use this mat obviously because it's so themed, Jack Atlas, and with all of the stuff coming out, thought let's give it a Jack Atlas deck. So this is post doc, so we'll get straight into it. So there's kind of something that's like really weird about this deck. I'll go through a lot of discussion with it and a lot of my card choices and everything like that. So first off, we'll go straight into it. So the resonators that we have for this, we have 2 chain resonator, and the version that I run, it's kind of really important, this card. You want to see it in your opening hands, and you can search it out and such, but you'll see why in a sec. So 2 of them. 2 red resonator. This card, when it's special summoned, you can target a attack position, monster on the field, and you gain its attack life points equal to its attack. So it's a really good card. It counts for your opponent and yourself, so that's really, really solid. And then Synchron Resonator. This is just here because you can special summon it out if you have a Synchron on your side of the field, a Synchro, sorry, on your side of the field, and it's just a level 1 tuner, which is really nice. So the big problem with these guys is they are all tuners, and they get so cloggy so quickly. So this is why I've kind of kept it at just these 6 cards. There are a lot of different tuners, and you might be thinking, why am I not running the level 3 that once per turn it can't die by battle? Well, it doesn't work with the deck core that I have in the engine, so we'll get straight into why. So 1, 2, 3. We have 3 Tefnuit, Heretic Dragon of Tefnuit. So, as you can probably guess, I am running a very small Heretic engine, and there's a very good reason why. So, when I was testing the deck, and different decks or versions of it, I found that the real problem was these guys really clogged hard, and it was really difficult to find a consistent deck that had just like normal monsters, like no actual tuners. And it was just a really big problem that I actually ran into. And I thought, well, hold on a sec. With Heretics, I can, tribute off and easily get, big level monsters out. And it means that I can use Red Resonator and all this stuff to be able to easily go into the level 8s, and then I can start going into the big boss monsters, which is what you want to do. So this actually works really well. And a combo that you have is, you open up, say, a Tefnuit, a Su, and a Chain Resonator. Just 3 cards will leave you with, in your M phase, with both Bane and the other one, with Bane and Abyss. You can leave with both of those on the field at the end of your turn, which is really, really nice, and it's really strong. And all these cards here are searchable. So, it kind of works really well. It's really nice, and I guess I can show you a little bit of a combo at the end. But, yeah, so that's the very small one. I don't run any of the level 5s, simply because I need my normal summon. So I'll always want to go second and then special summon this out and such. Because if I normal summon the level 5, that if you can just normal summon him, it kind of slows the deck down a lot, and it's kind of go in or go home. The 2, sorry for hitting the camera, the 2 vanillas I use are these 2. So I've got the standard Wattail just for any rank 6 plays, if for example I don't open up any of the resonators, but I do have the Heretics, I can use them. And Galaxy Serpent is one of the main ones that you're going to be getting. It's with the chain combo. So you'll special summon the Su, special summon the Tefnuit, then the Su, bring this out, go into go into Scar Right, and then you'll normal summon the chain, special summon the red resonator, gain the life points, so on and so forth. You see how it goes. So yeah, so that's pretty nice with those. And then as you are, I have dragons, the Heretics, and Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon is just kind of too good not to do. He really helps with some bad hands, and also it means that you can bring back your successfully summoned Red Hot Archfiends. So yeah, it's really nice. Just to counteract the meta slightly, I have 3 Max C. This is here simply because it allows me to draw, allows me to keep up the speed of the deck, and it just means that I don't get swamped if they try and stop anything. So that's kind of nice. Then going on to the spells, we have 3 Resonator Call. As I said, the Resonators are all searchable, and this searches every single one of them. So you see what I mean by saying, you know, you need to open up with these 3 cards to kind of do the combo that I just said. Well, I have 6 searches for those combo pieces, so it kind of makes it a little bit easier and more consistent. Speaking of searcher, we have the 3 Heretic Seal of Convocation. Again, same concept, just for searching. 3 Chicken Game. This is here for speed, and I'll just oh no, I'll leave it out. In fact, no, I'll pop it there. And the 1 Terraforming. So the Chicken Game here is nice because it adds just extra speed to really dig for those combo pieces that we need. And we don't mind giving your opponent some, you know, well, we don't mind us, sorry, going down on life. And it doesn't matter if your opponent wants to use the effect, it's not really too much of an issue. But it means, as I said, you get your combo pieces a lot quicker, and it's just really nice. So digging through the deck is always good. You want as many, like, you kind of want as low a deck number as possible so you can just keep drawing. And here's kind of like the final searching, just deck thinning. Upstart Goblin, this is what I meant. You don't mind giving your opponent 1,000 damage because you're summoning colossal sized monsters. So it's just really good. 3 Mystical Space Typhoon, you don't like back row, it's kind of, you know, Heretics don't really like back row, so 3 MST is kind of standard. You know, it depends on the matchup you go up against. If you go up against like Cosmos, for example, they don't really run that much back row, so you can always side them out to more back row hate cards, but you know, things like if they flip the Vanities or anything like that, it's a little bit annoying. Skill drain, lose 1 turn, you don't want them to be really hit by them. 2 Forbidden Lance, this is to protect your setup, because by the time you get Abyss out, you have a monster that can negate stuff on board, so it's really nice. But the 2 Lances working well, and losing the 800 attack, again, for the big guys doesn't matter because they're all just huge. And then finally the 1 Soul Charge, this works really well, simply because you can just summon out your big boss monsters. You could even just be like, you know, summon out Bane, and then activate his effect to bring something back and all this stuff. So you don't really need to overcommit for Soul Charge. And the important thing is Red Resonator allows you to gain life, so it's not too bad. And then finally, the final defense is 3 Solemn Scolding. Now you might be thinking, Will, why are you running Scolding? Well, it's kind of like a toss-up between Royal Decree and Trap Stun. And this deck can OTK, but it normally doesn't. It's normally a slightly more controlled variant. And for that reason, I want to run Scolding. Scolding, okay, yes, it is 3,000 attack, 3,000 life points, which is a lot. But if you add in the fact that you have Red Resonator, and if you do the normal combo, you'll gain 3,000 life points just going through the combo. So these are kind of like, you know, free. So it's a really nice card for that. And it's working pretty well. Like, I really do like it. And I don't think I would take it out anytime soon. Maybe if I went against more of a trap-heavy deck, I'd side like Royal Decrees or something, but it kind of all depends. So, going on to the extra deck, we have 2 Bane. This guy is just so good. Being able to, when you inflict battle damage, special summon 2 Resonators, 1 from deck, 1 from grave with the same level, is really, really nice, because you can kind of loop Red Resonator. Red Resonator can only use his effect to gain life points once per turn, but if you do it on this, you're gaining 3-5. It's kind of like legit. So it's really good. And then being able to tribute, you know, a monster on your side of the field, including himself, to bring back a red Dragon Archfiend monster in your graveyard is just really, really good. So I really like this card. And then comboed with him, we have the 2 Abyss. So Abyss is really nice as well. Being able to negate basically any card on your face-up card on your opponent's side of the field is really nice. So if they, for example, like activate Raigeki, you can activate this effect to negate the Raigeki. That is how it works. So just make sure that people don't try and, you know, shark you or anything like that. As long as the card resolves face-up on the field, you're negating it, because the way that, very quick lesson, because a lot of people, you'd be surprised how many people don't realize this. The way that chain links work are, the cards are on the field at all times until the chain is finished, and then they go. So if they go if they activate Raigeki, I go chain link. Activate effect chain link 2 to negate the Raigeki. Then this negates Raigeki, basically doesn't activate, its effects negated, and then everything goes to the grave. So that's how this works, so it's really good. And being able to bring back 1 Resonator is quite nice, or 1 Tuner, sorry, is quite nice when you inflict battle damage. So, you know, it's pretty good. It means that you can bring back that level 1 to go into Bane. Then we have 2 Scarlight Red Dragon. This is one of the brand new cards that's come out in docks. And this really helps the deck, because beforehand you would have like Red Archfiend Dragon or Red Hot Archfiend Dragon. And they're not really that good. Red Hot Archfiend Dragon or Hot Red Archfiend Dragon is the better one, but it just trumps it by miles. Because being able to destroy special summon monsters, special summon attack position monsters on the field with 3000 equal to or less attack, and then inflict 500 damage for each is just really good. And it's dodge these all dodge them. So, you know, if you go to Bane and then bring this back out with Bane, you can activate the effect, blow everything up. It's just so good. So the card's really solid. The generic rank 8, generic level 8 is just really, really nice. So I do really love the card. Then some of the generic stuff, we have the 1 Omega. Omega's really nice. Just a generic type of monster to go into. So, you know, that's why he's there. Stardust Spark Dragon. Finally, we can flame and play this card in Europe because it was released in High Speed Riders for us. I think, well, for everyone. But either way, this card just helps kind of protect, you know, your Banes that you can get out and all this stuff. So it just means it's an extra level of defense for you when you are playing the deck. The 1 Black Rose Dragon. This is here just because, you know, you can go into it. You can have like the a Sue or a Tefnuit, and also like a level 1 tuner. So if you kind of want to blow up the field, it's kind of legit and really nice. The 1 Clear Wing, this is just for against any, you know, high level decks. Originally this was going to be for Shadows, but Shadows ain't a thing no more after the ban list. So, you know, but it's really good, or you can replace it. Excuse me, what you want. Black Rose Moonlight Dragon, again, this is a really nice card for the deck. It's just more like controlled hitting, you know, depends on what you got on board. So yeah, that's a pretty cool one. And then going on to the Xyz, we have the 1 Gaia Dragon Thunder Charger, which is more relevant in a second now, because the rank 6s we have is Photon Strike Bouncer, Atom, and Utopia Beyond, because Utopia allows you to OTK a lot quicker. Atom for those any plays, you know, that you might want to go into if you can't get to the resonators, or you want to extend a little bit. And also Photon Strike Bounce is just for general negation on board and kind of burn. So it's really, really nice. So yeah, that is the deck profile. The deck is really interesting. It's certainly a fun deck, and I don't say that it is like anything that's kind of broken, because it isn't. It's just a lot of fun, and just in the spirit of Jack Atlas, it's really nice. With the deck moving forward, it's kind of difficult to see where to go with it. If you don't like the Heretic type build, then there are other ways you can do it. You know, you can use like the Junk Synchrons to summon these guys, and maybe use some of the resonators if you so wish, because it might be a little difficult to get to them or anything like that. But this build is just specifically designed to get to Bane and Abyss as quickly as possible, and I feel that the Heretics really fill that spot very well. So that's kind of it. I don't really need to say much about it, but I'll just show you very quickly the combo towards the end, because, you know, it's kind of nice just to give you a little bit of a bonus if you're still watching this far. If you are, give a thumbs up. So your hand is this. Excuse me. So you'll special summon the Tefnuit, special summon the Sue. Tefnuit's effect will activate, and you'll want to grab the Galaxy Serpent. So Galaxy Serpent, you're going to go tune into the Scarlight, and then you can normal summon the Resonator, Chain Resonator from your hands, and because you haven't normal summoned, and because there is a Synchron on your side of the field, you can special summon a Red Resonator. Resonator's effect activates to gain 3000 life. So what you're going to do is you're going to use these two then to synchro up into Bane. So good old Bane here. So then you'll, you know, activate Bane's effect to tribute to bring back Scarlight, because, you know, you want to have more monsters on board like this. So you'll then attack, and assuming that everything goes well, you know, the other thing is, if you feel like, excuse me, if you feel like you're going to be in trouble, or your opponent has a monster that's going to stop you, instead of going into Bane, you can just use Chain Resonator to go into Abyss for a bit more protection. But yeah, so you will attack, and assuming that it does go through, you'll want to make sure you get a level 1 from the grave and the deck, because that's kind of the main thing. Because when you go into main phase 2, you can synchro up and then go into Abyss, and then you can end your turn with something that looks like this, which is a pretty nice board. You got a free negate on board and something like that. So, but that was just basically the very quick combo that I guess you can call it a bonus if you so wish. But as I said, that is the deck profile. I hope you did enjoy it. As I said, it's a very fun deck, and that's all it's really meant to be classed as, if I'm completely honest. So, but yeah, so let me know down in the comment section below what you think of the deck and just the Hot Red Dragon Archfiends in general. Make sure to leave me a like, comment, subscribe, and I shall catch you guys later.